Al McNair, the owner and CEO of the Texans, his response: it was a decision we mutually agreed upon that was best for him and best for the Texans. It's bittersweet, and we'll move forward. JJ will always be a Houston Texan.
Yeah, it's a tough day right now. Reality smacked us dead in the face this morning when J.J. Watt released that Twitter message and when the Texans released his statement. I mean, I think it's one of those things where if you think about J.J. Watt in a vacuum, it's a sad day because 99 means so much to this city, means so much to this team, and hell, he's a great player. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's got a 4-year run in a Texans uniform that I don't think will ever be matched, where he had 3 defensive players of the year. So whether you're talking about the man J.J. Watt or the player J.J. Watt, he's special. He's one of a kind. It's hard to imagine. It's hard to grasp the reality of him not being in a Texans uniform next year. And I feel for the Texans fan base because that today you've got to realize that. You've got that it is reality today. And on the other hand, I think I go from sad to being mad real quick because this, there was a part of me, and you and I talked about it, there was a part of me that said, this does not have to be a rebuild. Everybody said rebuild. I said, this does not have to be a rebuild. You got an offense that can move the ball, got to find a run game. Yeah, they got to make some improvements, no doubt about it. You got some issues in draft. You got some salary cap issues. You got some problems on defense you got to fix. But you got 2 pillars, man. You got Deshaun Watson and you got J.J. Watt. You can build around those guys. You can win with those guys. And it did not have to be a rebuild, and it didn't have to be a dysfunctional rebuild. It didn't have to be a 2 or 3 or 4 month downward spiral to where the Texans organization is embarrassed at this point. It didn't have to be what it is, and it wouldn't be what it is if Jack Easterby wasn't in the building. And so I go from being sad about J.J. Watt never being taking the field again in a Texans uniform and realizing that 99's days of being a Texan are over, to being pissed off that the organization's in the shape that it's in